Good afternoon again. Welcome to Greenfield Games in Greenfield, Massachusetts. We're doing a 6th edition battle report for the Escalation League. 1,500 point armies. Here's the battlefield. It's a Purge the Alien scenario with the hammer and anvil short table sides. I'm playing Imp Guard and Evan is playing Orks. Two pretty standard lists that you've seen in other battle reports. I have a Lord Commissar command, squad of Ratlings, platoon, big blob squad platoon. In the command squad there's a missile launcher and a grenade launcher. In the big blob squad there's a commissar, there's 2 squads with heavy bolters, 2 squads with flamers. There's a heavy weapon mortar team, 2 vet squads, one with a las cannon, one with 3 meltas going in a chimera. Have 3 Leman Russes with battle cannons, las cannons, stubbers, and I'm running an Aegis defense line with the Icarus, las cannon, and the Penal Legionnaire unit. Orks are over here, 1,500 points of Orks.
Pretty standard, 3 groups of boys, a Knob squad, Luda boys, big guns, a large squad of Chaos Space Marines with the Demon Prince for allies, and a Docker Jet.
Alright, so Evan won the roll-off, and he's going to have me deploy first, and then we'll be back. Okay, here we are after deployment. Got 2 awesome looking deployments. Take a look at the Imp Guard. Blob squad's ready to rush forward. The Penal Legionnaires have the Lord Commissar who's going to man the Icarus cannon. Got a las cannon team up in the rafters there. Those Ratlings are out in front, hoping that they don't get killed first turn. Cannons in the back, the Meltavets on the side here. That's pretty much the deployment for myself. Here's the Orks deployment. Your standard green tide. Orks pretty much filling the entire deployment space. And Imp Guard's going to go first, and we'll be back with turn 1. Alright, back. This is turn 1 for Imp Guard. It was night fighting, so we were pretty limited on what we could see. The Chimera fired into the Orks over here. The Ratlings fired. The las cannon fired, and resulted in and the mortar team fired. A few Orks died from here, and 1 Luda died from here. And that's it. That's all we could see. We're going to be back with Ork turn 1. Alright. Ratlings?
Yeah.
I don't know what their leadership is, so we'll do it afterwards.
Okay.
Here's turn 1 for the Orks. What happened?
Orks and everyone moved up a whole bunch. Las cannon from the Chaos Marine squad immobilized the multi-melta tank there. Shooting from the Ludas, the Shooter boys, and the big guns took out 3 other Ratlings, I believe, and everyone else just went around. So that's it.
Alright, we'll see if the Ratlings run away at the end of this video, and we'll be back with turn 2. Okay, this was Imp Guard turn 2. And I did a little experiment. Evan loves, what are these guys called?
Knob squad.
Evan loves to put his Knob squad forward. They're a huge chunk of points and they're really, really hard to kill. I literally dumped every bit of fire, all the Leman Russ, the vet squad, the Penal Legionnaires, all these guys fired. Everything except for the Chimera fired into this squad and killed all but 1. He failed his leadership and is now running away. So that was a little experiment. The Chimera fired, I forget where, I think at these orcs and didn't kill any. And that is all of Imp Guard Turn 2. Alright, here's what we have after Turn 2. What happened in Orc Turn 2?
Not much. The only thing that really did anything was the big guns took out a few of the Blob Squad and the Penal Legionnaires. Other than that, everyone just kind of ran forward and see what happens next turn.
Here was Imp Guard Turn 3. Give you a big look at the board. Chimera, which is immobilized, fired into here. Killed one, I believe. Then an errant battle cannon shot. Killed a few more from this Chaos Marine squad. The Blob Squad and all the infantry out here dumped fire into this squad of orcs and killed a bunch. The battle cannons mostly centered their fire in this area, and a few hits and a few scatters killed some of the big guns team. And that's about it. The mortars also fired. Pretty much everyone fired and did damage into this, and then some scattered shots killed other people on the board. Here is what the board looks like. Alright, here was Orc Turn 3. The Orcs. The Daka Jet came on and pumped fire into the vets, and they went to ground and got 2 dead. The big guns fired at the Icarus las cannon and did a wound to it. A lot of more slow running up there on the hill. These guys moved forward, and basically a lot of fire was dumped, or some fire was dumped into the Penal Legionnaires, and one of them died. And that is... Oh, and the las cannon from the Chaos Marines exploded the Chimera. And that's the end. I'll show you the board. Turn 4 up next. Here is Imp Guard Turn 4. The Guard did their first rank fire, second rank fire into the Orc Squad here. The whole Blob Squad, most of the Lehman, or all the Lehman Russes, all dumped fire into the Orcs over here and killed a bunch. Highlight of the round, probably the Icarus las cannon. Took out the Daka Jet, exploded it. It crashed on a Chaos Marine, and that was a ton of fun. I don't care if I win or lose anymore. I blew up a jet. Talk to you next. This was turn 4 for the Orcs. What all happened? Let's see.
The smaller Orc squads kind of moved back to more defensive positions. The big squad moved up. The Chaos Marines moved up. The Demon Deep Strike.
The Demon came.
Oh, they're back there. Swooped in.
And who took out the big guns over here?
Big guns took out the other
big guns. The Icarus las cannon.
And some shots, stray shots were fired to kill the Penal Colonier and a veteran.
That's how it's looking now.
You work with the guy.
I already do knife over turn 1. That's why I still have one guy.
Alright, this was turn 5 for the Imp Guard. What do? We are going to ignore the Demon Prince and let him rip us apart because he was flying. The Blob Squad did their first rank fire into these orcs. They went to ground, but still a bunch died. And pretty much everybody, the vets got back up from being in and going to ground, and they fired into the Chaos Marines, killing 2. Alright, so we got cut off here on the video a little bit though. I was describing Imp Guard Turn 5. We decided to ignore the Demon Prince. We dumped a lot of fire into those orcs and they went to ground. All the battle cannons dumped fire into this squad, killing a bunch, forcing a leadership, but they made it. and we'll be back with turn 5 for the Orks. Okay, this was the end of Ork turn 5, and pretty much a bunch of firing went into the Penal Legionnaires and the Lord Commissar. They went to ground, and 3 died. They made their leadership, and the Demon Prince ate a tank, and it is all gone. He's very full. He's not going to eat any more tanks today. And that's it. We rolled. It was turn 5. We rolled. It's going to go on again, and we keep playing. Here's the big battle board. Alright, so this was Imperial Guard turn 5, and...
Turn 6.
Turn 6.
It's turn 6, sorry. And we fired into the Chaos Marines, killing just one. Ineffective firing from the Ratlings, the Las Cannon, the tanks. Killed a couple guys up there on the hill. And I sort of debated, should I try and shoot with the blob squad at the demon or assault it? And based on the way I roll and the statistics behind it, decided I'd try to tar pit the Demon Prince. And that's what I did so far. He's locked in combat, and we're going to see what happens in Ork turn 6. Alright, this is the end of the game. We rolled, turn 6, ended it. And it's just a classic way to end the game. Orks did a little firing, and Chaos Marines did a little firing into here. They caused these guys to go to ground. And in my classic inability to roll when I need to roll, I failed 2 leadership tests with the Commissar Lord, which is nigh impossible, but I was able to do it. And the Demon Prince scared away the guardsmen, killed a bunch, and we end up with a victory for the Orks. Purge the alien. What'd you kill? At least 3 of my units?
Yeah, I killed the
Chimera, the tank, and you made these guys
fall back, so that counts
fall
as
back.
I have First Blood and Linebreaker.
And I just killed the Bomber. But it was satisfying to kill the Bomber. Alright, good, really well played. Great strategy on your part, Evan. Thanks for the game.
Thank you.
And we will see the board from the end. And that's it. Greenfield Games, Escalation League. We got 2 more sets of escalations. We're going to do 2 weeks of 1750, 2 weeks of 2000, and then hopefully you'll see some kind of massive apocalypse battle to wrap up our Escalation League. So keep watching the videos, rate the videos, like the videos, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, everybody.